Welcome, Aquarius, to your love reading for October of 2018. Dealing with your love life. So let's see what's going on with you. Let's see. 2018 in love for Aquarius. So for energy, personal solution, response, advice. Okay. So So, both of you may be very stressed, and this is usually where you're trying to do your best to either let someone know that you're not wanting a connection any longer, or you're letting someone know the reasons why you want them to come closer, you want them to be around, and you might not be doing it. So this is a time to kind of state your case. Now, both of you might be doing this back and forth with one another, but I feel like this is like a waiting game potentially for some. The person coming towards you, they really want to be around you, I feel. So that means that they like being around you. They anticipate wanting to connect in some way, or they like the fact that you might be opening up and maybe responding, the opportunity to talk or communicate in some way. So whether or not your intent, they might like it. It might be like it's better than nothing. So that does look good because they do feel good about you. Now, your response, so you might give off the energy of another fire sign. So it's usually taking care of business. So you have two fire signs two fire energies showing up, but this might be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that you might be around, that you might be thinking about, that's in your energy, that you might be focused on or wanting to mirror, so to speak. So it's like getting things done, feeling feeling accomplished in some way, but I'm also wanting to accomplish maybe a love life goal with this particular person. Now, they could affect you in different ways. All right, now your advice. Now, this is where, again, if you might be stressed about somebody and they may have taken too long to come around to you, and you let them know about what you felt, how you felt and why you were angry with them. So this tells you to allow forgiveness to kind of take over. All right, try to turn a new leaf and either allow someone another chance, or it's moving into a different territory with a newer person in your life after you have moved on from somebody. So it's I feel like it's maybe the month is part of you again stating your case. Somebody might really feel good about that, but then you're trying to either release somebody so that you can get closer to someone else. With Venus in retrograde, it does seem like a newer person. It's either a newer person in your life or a renewal of a connection with somebody once you see the process of forgiving and kind of releasing something that you've been holding on to. Clarify these 7 of Wands for Aquarius. So yeah, it's almost like you want to let somebody go, and see how things might go. Start fresh, start maybe a new life with somebody, or start over in some way, maybe even without them. And let me see this 5 of Cups in reverse for Aquarius. Yeah, it seems like there's going to be some reflection that's taking place, because it's like it seems like for me it's like a new beginning with somebody, and it could be for some of you with an ex-partner, but a lot of you might be moving on from that particular situation. Clarify the Ace of Wands for Aquarius. Yeah, and it seems like because there's a newer person in your life, or that you might be connected to someone new, or that's someone that you would like to connect to, they're still getting over somebody else. So there might be some jealousy going on. I'm assuming the worst. And towards the end of the month, there is still this yearning, and you might be trying to be patient with the process, but there's an energy of some kind of release, I feel, for some. Let's see, messages for Aquarius in love for October 2018. Heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other, for sure. Making sure that you communicate if you have the chance to, when it presents itself. Messages for Aquarius for October 2018. And retreat. It says it's time to disconnect from the world. And for sure, when you kind of state your case and let the other person know, that's what I get a sense of. I feel like the other person, they may have been waiting around for you to be able to communicate, or you've been waiting around for them. It just depends. But it's they might appreciate even if you have to say something, letting them know your true feelings. Maybe that's something that they want to hear. to even find closure, or just to know where they stand with you in some way. And then it's almost like you say what you have to say, and then you kind of reflect on what you've said and what's been said to you or not. All right, if the other person is not responding in the way that you want, clarify the Nine of Cups for the person coming towards you. Yeah, that person is now, some of you could be breaking away or parting ways with somebody, and you state your case why it has to happen or needs to happen right now, and that person it might be a sigh of relief that things are, you both are moving on into different directions. And maybe it's someone new that maybe because of the release they might be feeling good about that, but still feeling a bit guilty of moving on in some way. If I don't know the Cups for the person coming towards you. Yeah, but anticipation, that's what it is for a lot of you out there, to be together with that person. A lot of you have to take a leap of faith to either start over or start new with somebody, but it's going to take some time. And I feel like that person is, you're getting close to maybe the 10 of Cups, being really happy and fulfilled, living together, but it's not there quite yet. So I feel like the communication, or even seeing that person and saying hi or whatever, it might just let the other person know how they might be feeling, because that might have been missing maybe last month. Maybe you were shut down in some way. That's what I sense. So let's see, one more messages for Aquarius for October 2018. Talk, communicate, try to do your best to state your feelings, to express how you might be feeling, whether it might be good or bad. And it might be a move that you might need to do, to relocate for some. And someone might not be completely honest about their intentions or their feelings, like you're leaving somebody behind or on the brink of something like that, but you might not be letting your new love interest know, or an ex-partner know, that you still feel some kind of way about the disconnect. All right, it does seem to be a marriage that's keeping some of you apart. It's complicated in that way, maybe because the divorce is not finalized, or you're trying to go through with that. Some of you may have been proposed to in some way, and somebody is waiting for the other person to come back around. They may have been working, maybe it was a financial disconnect, and that's why they separated from you. And maybe you were assuming the worst, but things could change, but you're having to take some time right now to address things, to find some kind of clarity. So I feel like Venus in retrograde might bring about something from the past, but in a good way, because you're able to express how you really feel, so that you can make the changes that you need, and whether or not to move on and move into a newer territory. So that's what I get a sense of this month. So the object of the love life game this month is to express yourself and let the other person know how you might be feeling, if you have. And I feel like they might be anticipating it or waiting for you to do so, and maybe the conversation can go to new heights. It just depends. So that's your reading. All right, tons of love to you, lots of light. I hope that the messages did help out in some way. You can take time again to try to let go, release who you need to release, try to forgive and not hold on to resentment, and try not to tear yourself down if you feel like you have to make some corrections on your end. So you can always go to the website as well, psychicloveheals.com, to schedule something personally for your energy, as these are general. Okay, so have a good one.